Just in case they ain't get the picture the first time around.
I see you, hater. My motivator. Y'all make me greater. Yeah.
Okay, today we're gonna be prepping this 83 Ford Bronco, getting ready for paint. As far as like wet sanding, getting everything smooth, removing the guide coat. But before I do that, I'm gonna drill all my holes for my trim. Make sure the trim fit before I paint it, because I hate to paint it then drill the holes. So we're gonna do that first. Once I do that, we'll get started on the wet sand. Okay, I got this back half test fitted. I had to drill all these here holes out because y'all can remember we had to replace this metal. Plus it's a hole there I had to drill out. Let me take it off. I just got it sitting up right now. See that? And down. Oh, I got the nuts on the back so I can't remove those, but you can see these holes here. Then I got these barrel nuts go on the back side of it. Well, not on the back side, but it go in the hole. That's what holds it in place. I had to order quite a few for the trim, to hold the trim on. Some of the emblems there. But I'm taking a step at a time. Work my way up here. These here gonna have to be riveted on. I'm gonna take it to the other side because it got nipples. Actually, that door was replaced before I had did it, so they didn't have these nipples on. So I'm gonna have to rivet the trim pieces on. I'm working my way on up to the front. What I did, I just put a piece of tape. I put the trim on here, put a piece of tape on the top and bottom. But the holes that I needed to drill is actually parallel with the holes with the studs stick out of it. So I got my holes drilled there. It's big enough for a small rivet. I'm not sure if I got any more in here. This here might work. I just need something to hold this piece, with this piece here on, to hold the trim on. I got this side taken care of. What I did right here, because the other fender, it ain't got none of the holes, because I think it came off F-150. It don't got the Bronco emblem and stuff like that. But I took some wax paper and drew out all my edges so I can know exactly where to put it. See right here, I got it drew out by the trim. The Bronco emblem go here. Then I got a Bronco emblem there. Then I got another emblem that goes there. It's the XLT emblem. I just take my wax paper and take it to the other side and transfer it over. Transferred my markings over. I already done started the holes. So just gotta remove the wax paper and drill them on out. I'm gonna take all the trim back off. Now I'm ready to start wet sanding. So I got me some water, rag on the block. I'm gonna walk around the truck and show you the holes that's drilled out. We're gonna be removing this guide coat. That's this red stuff. I use some spray paint for the guide coat. Let me show you what we're gonna be using. I got 3 different sandpapers here. I got some 320, 400, and 600. And a lot of guys be wondering what grit to use and when to use which grit. You can really use either one of these. The benefits of using 320, it cuts a lot faster. The downfalls, it leave more aggressive scratches than this 400 and 600. The 600 leaves finer scratches, and you can go straight to base. You won't see the scratches after the first coat of base, but the 320, you might still see the scratches, unless you put a seal on it. And that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be putting a seal on it, so I'm gonna use 320 because it cuts a lot faster. So let me give me some scissors and I'll cut a piece in half and we'll get started. I like to let my sandpaper soak in water for a minute or two, sort of soften up. So we're gonna take this over here, drop it in our water. And I got two different blocks I'm gonna be using. I got a soft sponge block and I got a rigid block as well. Okay, we're gonna start right here. I got some 1-part glazing put in here. I had it on here since I had guide coated. I seen the scratch there, but this would be a good time if you see any minor scratches and not dings, but minor scratches, hairline, cracks. You can use this here. This is the only time I use it on situations like this. If it's bigger than a hairline, crack, or a minor scratch, you don't want to use this 1-part because it'll shrink. But we're gonna start right here. Got our rigid block, sandpaper. We're gonna wrap it around our block. We're gonna have 3 different sides we can sand on. This side, that side, then we got this side here. And then we're gonna take our rag to keep it wet. And what we doing, keeping the block flat, removing the guide coat. See up here, it's a body line. That's a body line, also a body line here. We're gonna concentrate in this area here for now. Let's go ahead and wipe it. I'll show you what you need to look for. And you see right here, still can see a little bit of guide coat. Right here you see some guide coat. Right here you see some guide coat. But it's pretty much flat. I just gotta block a little bit more and we can get all that out. Because if you leave this like this here, you're gonna see this. Once you put that clear on it, it's gonna show all that. Let's continue. What I got, I done did both sides. This middle section, the biggest part of it. Let me show you. I also did the back. I started on it. I done did that part. This part here, started on this here. I gotta finish that. All right, now let's go back over here. I guess we'll work from this top up now. See, it's another body line here. So we're gonna work inside of this here. This body line, that body line. It's gonna be the same process, but make sure your blocks stay flat. See, once you get up there, you're gonna have to change the angle of the block. So that's why we concentrating on this area here. Then right here, it's somewhat lifted up. The handle goes here, it's covered up though. So you gotta be kind of careful right there. If not, you'll hit bare metal real quick. Gotta keep them body lines crisp. That's what the guide coat gonna do. See how I got that line up straight? And then what I do, like keep from hitting this area here, I open up the door. Then I can get this area without hitting the other panel. All you gotta do is take one step at a time. And if you hit bare metal, don't worry about it. You can put some self-etching prime on it, or the sealer, it'll take care of that if it's just a small area. Okay, I got this area here done. I did all this with the block, but this area here, I'm gonna do it by hand. Also this area up in here, all by hand. But you can see I'm jumping around from different body lines to the other body line. I still gotta do this area. I might just go ahead and start doing this hood. And another thing, if you're doing this outside, you gotta make sure you keep the area clean, because like you can see I got leaves and stuff falling on it. And you don't wanna start sanding, because something hard might get up under the sanding block. And if it do, it's gonna put a deep scratch in it. So you wanna make sure you keep the area clean. So I'm gonna take the water hose and spray this off before I start it. Okay, we're gonna get our block, the rigid block, get the sandpaper. And I'm gonna give you another tip. We're finna do the hood, so keep from toting this bucket around and putting it on the hood, because you could damage the hood by sitting it on there. You don't want to sit it on the hood. So you could get you an old dish detergent bottle, fill it up with your soap and water. You can use this to keep the surface wet. And also, same thing what we did with the doors. When we start sanding this area here to keep from hitting this panel, what you want to do is just pop the hood. That way you'll stay off that panel while sanding the hood. Same process, removing the guide coat. Right here, it's kind of rounded off, so you don't want to go too far into that contour, because you'll put some scratches in it. So you want to somewhat stay off of it. And then we'll smooth all that out by hand, or you can use a rounded block. I'm just concentrating on this body line here. Well, not body line, but you know what I'm talking about. This area here. Now, if you don't have a rounded block, or if you don't want to do it by hand, you can actually do it with the rigid block, like for us this contour. you can kind of lift your block up and just sand on the edge of the block. Just take your time. You can get that contour. Y'all see how that candy glowing in the sun? It's gonna really look good because of all these different body lines and angles of the Bronco. All right, let me finish up. Just wanted to show you that. Many ways to skin a cat. You might not do it like the next person, but as long as you're getting it done, getting it smooth, all what matters. Okay, I'm finished up with the wet sand. You can see all the guide coat is removed. You might see brown metal here and there. Got some brown metal there, some there. Like I said before, you could put some self-etching prime on it. I'm spraying a seal on it, so it's gonna take care of these, because you might see different tones here and there also. That seal gonna take care of that. You want to put a seal on there, especially if you're spraying a candy. You want to make it one uniform color. But I'm ready to do my final wash. Then I'll pull it inside, get ready to start masking, get ready to put that paint on it. Y'all stay tuned.
We never stop. Right from the bottom to the top, from